Be happy. So,
whether their side is up or not, you'll be able to read how Arnold wins. If you have problems, send me your call.
Yeah, it's a little, believe me, we all acknowledge, and I give props where they're due, and it's taken 3 of us to do what Jon Fleischman was able to do by himself, and we're still not quite there yet, but I mean, it's a little ironic that the 3 of us turned out, we all got together and we said, all right, which one of you guys knows how to do a website? And no one raised their hand. We realized we picked the 3 worst Luddites in the Games administration to do this thing. But it's turned out, it's been a learning experience. It's been great. It's been fun. So with that, I think we will take some questions.
Is that your first topic, the governor's race? The first joint topic?
The first central, coordinated topic. The first feature topic. There's going to be a series of articles on a whole range of topics that are going to come out over the course of the week. And then obviously the real-time news and blogging and all the normal features that we see in a site like this.
But now our contributors are not limited to just the feature topic of the day. They'll be able to focus on whatever it is that's on their mind. Whether it's our only sort of caveat is that it has to do with California. California politics. We want to debate somebody else's race in another state. We have to have a tie in how it impacts California.
Right. I mean, our other caveat is that it's constructive and candid, and I think that is an important element of what we're doing. A question has been raised recently about whether or not about how we would handle dissenting voices within the party. I think generally we're all Democrats. We all have a shared mission, and we all want to see Democrats get elected.
Not everyone.
But it's been an in-joke with us that the only question with us and Jon is which of our sites would be more critical of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I have the highest regard for Jon and his contributor's ability to speak truth to power in that respect. Ours is a little bit different because of our background. Most of the contributors are in the professional political business. We want to see Democrats get elected. However, I think we all agree that a healthy debate is a good thing, and we're not going to be in the business of quelling or censoring dissenting voices. I don't think any good or legitimate blog is.
Well, what is a dissenting voice? What is a dissenting voice? Is Gary South a dissenting voice or a central voice?
Yeah, exactly. Someone who doesn't think Don Parada is the best legislative leader in the building.
Well, there could be some dissension there.
No, I mean there's plenty of debate is healthy, and I think Jon's proved that with his side.
I think a lot of times the definition sometimes of a dissenting voice really starts to descend upon you when you get to that period of time once every 2 years where you have nominees. So you've got one Democrat nominee who's running against one Republican, and you start to get into that age-old question of where do you cross the line between constructive criticism versus saying something that it could be interpreted as being negative. On my side, I'm speaking largely to conservative readers. So, when I bemoan the fact that the governor's done something that's not very conservative, but then I talk about how I'm still voting for him, I like to think I'm doing him a favor because I'm showing conservative readers that you can disagree with somebody on policy and still vote for them. I guarantee you inside the horseshoe, they see me criticizing a mandated wage hike on employers as being kind of heresy, and how can you say about something the governor's doing? And so that would be an example for a day. I was going to announce, by the way, that I was hiring 4 new staffers for the Flash report, but because of the new minimum wage increase, I can't afford to do it.
As far as timing, I think it was Steve that said you guys started work on this back in February, and it just happens to be coming to fruition now. But the analysts that I talked to completely puzzled about the timing relative to the gubernatorial race end of session. We're looking forward next year.
Yeah, well, exactly. Look, we had had our brothers. We would have launched this right around the primary date, a couple weeks before the primary, to sort of have a little more of the Democratic debate. A lot of the Democratic nominees, because it's a question of our own busy schedules and trying to get things sorted out. And also trying to make sure that we have a quality website, we have quality contributors, we have enough people involved to make this thing a success. So, I think that for us was paramount, not so much what the day on the calendar fell, but how can we do it in a way that we can be successful. It is interesting concept and awesome.
I mean, if this was my full-time job, I too would be puzzled about why I would have fired me by now for not having got. But we are all volunteers. Each of us have full-time jobs that go longer than the average workday, and it was. We thought it was going to be simple. Some of you know, Bill in particular, I know knows that this thing was supposed to have been launched months ago, but it just kept getting for reasons that I can only describe as our technological bewilderment about what works best and how the process works. And we went through various iterations of format. It was really technological barriers. The ideal situation would have been being up by the Democratic convention, as Roger said. That was our goal, because we feel like there would have been it was perfect timing for us. It doesn't happen that way. This is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. And John has shared it with us a lot of his personal war stories, and I have incredible empathy for what he's gone through. And Bill knows how the site works, and Julie and others. I mean, they all have gone through this. I mean, everyone thinks Bill Bradley's site is relatively simple, but it's just him. Yet every day there seems to be every week there seems to be a minor snafu. It's just the way it works.
Oh yeah.
And we didn't want it, and we believe this. You only get one chance to make a good first impression. We didn't want to launch it until we knew it was somewhat fixed. Now, having said that, you're going to read this tomorrow and go, "This is a good first impression," because as you'll see in a note tomorrow, we're only about 10% of our features are actually operational as of tomorrow, but it's enough to get the ball rolling. It turned out to be hard. Websites are hard, and that's why I'm not. That's why I'm not an IT person. So.
What about going to get into all of these issues? Are you worried about finding the time?
Well, we do have a couple of editors over the past year.
Yeah, we do have editors who also, in their own way, have other commitments. They are not full time, but they are working on this. Lily Ho, who has a background, she worked at the New American Foundation, now works for a company called Marbury Coast in San Francisco. Really talented. They're all young, they're all talented, they're all younger and smarter than us, which we hate. But they're really talented. Lily Ho, a guy named Donald Lathberry, and who was the editor of the Berkeley Political Review most recently. Those of you know Shane Goldmacher, he was his successor, and so much smarter than Shane.
Now, are they on staff?
Don't tell them I said that. I was just joking.
Are these folks on staff?
Well, yeah. I mean, what do you mean by staff?
Well, are they paid?
Jobs.
They are paid, though?
Yeah.
So,
one thing you guys will find, by the way, is that your parents become great editors when you write. I finally gave my mom the ability to actually log on to the site because it became too cumbersome for me to take all of her edits and put them in myself. So that kind of works out.
Well, God bless you. I would never give my mom access to my site, but she would be lecturing me about how I should be home doing something with baby. Yeah.
So in no way is the timing of this linked to what I heard one person say, perhaps
one person who has no involvement in the site whatsoever.
Kissing off Angelides and looking for past.
Absolutely not.
No, I mean, all three of us. I mean, I spend my summer vacation working at Village meetings. Roger does communications every day for the party. Commission is still on Village. Jason's organized fundraising because we all want money to win.
Yeah.
And we think this helps.
I guess if I had to sell Phil Angelides, I'd spend all my time working on a website. That's just my perspective.
Let's put it this way, we wouldn't be doing this if we didn't think it was going to help Phil Angelides and other Democrats in the statewide ticket be successful. And I absolutely think it will. And every Democrat we've reached out to and asked them to either be involved as a contributor or as a supporter has agreed with us. So we're really happy.
Politics at the grassroots level, the local level, give them some tools and be able to allow them an opportunity to inform and ask questions of other contributors as to how they would do things as well. So, we hope that that it continues to grow, and that our contributors aren't just limited to the folks that are our initial contributors.